And welcome back, hockey fans. As we get ready to go here, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, for today's game here November 13th, 2025. And my apologies there for not having that date right. Just looked at that here. And it's the 6-6 Stonewall Jets hosting the Twisters, trying to dig their way out of the basement, 1-10-1 on the campaign here. Both teams in a little bit of trouble as of late. Hasn't been doing too hot. And the Twisters coming off a 7-0 loss. Before that, a 3-2 win against the Raiders and a 6-3 win that they had over the Raiders and a 6-3 loss to the Royal Knights. On the Jets side of things, their last three games, a 1-0 loss to the Reals and a 6-4 loss to the Rayler Express, 4-3 loss to the or 4-3 win to the Raiders, and that is their last three in this one. Look here at the starting lineups here and the top players. Carson King, Ryan Slatcher, and Payne Bateman leading the way for the Jets, all with 14 points, 7 goals, and 7 assists for Bateman. Meanwhile, King with 6 goals, 8 assists, Slatcher with 8 goals and 6 assists. Van Roby's leading the way for the Twisters in his 12 games played. He's got 4 goals, 3 assists. And behind him, Ryan Thiessen with 2 goals and 3 assists in 10 games. A look at the starters. Everett Winters getting the start. He's 0 for 2, save percentage of .904 and 3.49 is his goals against average, and we'll see on the other side of Canada. And Churkus getting the start here for the Pembina Valley Twisters as we get ready to get underway. And Rowan Churkus, he's 1-9 on the campaign. Save percentage of .871, goals against average of 9.11. And we get ready to go here. Both centermen in on the draw. Willie Garshinsky getting set in on the draw against Katemawal. And with that, here we go. We are underway. And that one calmed down here by the Jets. And Kai Smith looping around in his own zone. Works it up to Chung. Chung dumps that one in. Churkus out to play it. And Churkus, he'll work that around on the near side boards. Up to Keck. Keck trying to fork that one away. And a turnover. Kai Smith plays it in deep off the stick of Keck. And held by McMurdy at the line. Battle on the near side. Loose puck picked up and worked into the zone by the Pembina Valley Twisters. Lucas Thomas centers that, digging away at it. Winters down, gets the pad on that one. Peters clears it into the zone. Battle for the loose puck. Ensues on. And Rhett Peters puts that in behind the goal. Will be scooped up by Chung. Chung plays that one along and out of the zone. Braden Cox with the puck on his stick, watched by Kai Smith, plays it to the far side, and an air pass there, and dumped in for Unger by the black and maroon. Now Miller from behind his own goal. He'll play to the far side. Newcomb now on that. He'll work it up ice. Walking in, Carson King makes a nice little move, splits the D, couldn't take the puck with it. Bateman now with it, and he'll calm it down. Top line out here. King circling. And he'll work that one, Hug. And an air pass by the Jets. They'll be able to corral it, though, before the Twisters can jump on it. And now worked away. And Sorlitalia gets that out of the zone. Pass ahead ice. Scooped up. Bateman works that ahead. Can't get to King. In behind him. And worked out of the zone by Atkinson. Hogg plays it right back in. Newcomb and Bateman tag and give chase. Newcomb pinching down in the angle. Pushed ahead on the far side by the Twisters. They go for a change. Hogg picks up the pass from Stoven. Dumps that in. And smothered up by Cherkis at 18:05. No shots to report early on in this one as we get ready to go. I'm your host, Bentley Brown, with cameraman Josh Keck. Puck drop now coming here from the left of Cherkis. So off the draw, one back by the Jets. They can't hold at the line. Larenko giving chase. He's out there, Chipman for the D pair. Turns that one over. Walking in and firing off the mark. There's Rooney. Puck works its way down on the near side. Thiessen on that. And Thiessen works it to Biggerty on the near side. Past Slatcher. And clears that one in. Larenko now calms it down. Works it ahead. And Ryan Slatcher now picks that one up. Walks in. And with 14 points, not the guy you want to turn it over to. Now played back to Chipman. And his shot there on the pass from Hullard gets blocked. Rooney can't pick that one up. And the Jets fire it right back in. Biggerty on the loose puck. He'll work that one back on the near side. Cox gets bumped off the puck. Up to McMurray, played by Van Robies by a high stick. And Hullard now will wave that one off as he plays it. Watched there by the number 9 of the Penman Valley Twisters. Dumped in now by Josh Guilford. Miller picks it quickly up. He gets stick checked off the puck. Battle for it of the 9s, and Stonewall comes free with it on the far side. Vitelli walks in. Dylan Vitelli puts on the brakes. Can't take the puck with him. Guilford ahead and works that one up and out of the zone. McMurdy plays it right back ahead. Josh Guilford to go ahead ice. Works it up on the near side to Olsen. Olsen can't do anything with it. Guilford now behind his goal. And he'll look for a centering opportunity. Puck continued to get worked back. And on the near side. Pushed ahead here. And Clements walks in. And Seth Clements puts that one just wide of the goal. And we got a stoppage in play as the net pops off the moorings. Shots 2-1 here in favor of the Jets at home. Both teams looking, as we mentioned early on, trying to get back in the win column. And they're going to move it over here to the far side. Garshinsky set against wall, and we get ready to go. And in the battle, Garshinsky gets that one to... There's a shot from the point just wide. Off the draw was one back to Kai Smith. Stoven's shot went wide, and he'll give chase as the Twisters dump it out of the zone. Stoven puts on the brakes, works ahead on the near side. Jets continuing to work with it past Wall. And Garshinsky going at it. Wall getting his stick on that. And cleared ahead by Thomas. Picked up by the Jets at the blue line. And they'll turn up ice. They'll dump that one in and give chase. Puck scoops by Letelier. Letelier trying to get that one. Pickpocketed now by Smith. He gets it back. Avoids the hit. And will play the puck ahead. Wall first on that one. Working at it with Kai Smith. Comes out of the zone. Smith looks. He's got Stoven with him. Plays it to Hogg instead. Hogg dumps it in. And his boys will go for a change. Garshinsky stays out to pressure Biggerty. Biggerty ahead to Carter Unger. And out of the zone right to Chipman. Chipman ahead. Garshinsky picks it up at the line. Walking in across to Bateman. Picked off by Carter Unger and out of the zone. Chipman fires it in. And the Jets tag at the line. In on Cherkis. Across to Biggerty. Biggerty works it to the far side. Twisters put on the brakes. Now in some trouble. Sawyer Letelier turns that one over to Bateman. And Letelier ties him up. Bateman trying to work it to Newcomb. And the Twisters jump on that to calm it down in their own zone. Glove down by Chipman. Chipman puts on the brakes. Up to Atkinson. And he'll work that to Carson King. King walks in. Couldn't fire Bateman and puts that one just wide of the goal. Battle on the near side. Continuing on with it. And that one works its way wide of the goal. Continuing to work it free. Up to Unger. Held at the point by Chipman. Chipman now looks. Fires that one. Cherkis gets the pad down on it. Back to Chipman, 5.5 gone. That one gets past him all the way down. And an icing charge against the Pembina Valley Twisters, 14-16 on the clock. Jets all over Cherkis, but Cherkis slamming the door, shot 4-1. The shots in favor of the Jets, 0-0 game. We get ready now in front of Cherkis when the play resumes. Slatcher set in on the draw following the icing. Won by the Twisters. Jets possess that puck. Now giving chase, Atkinson. And Ozzy Atkinson works it ahead on the near side. Picked off. There's a shot by Karzowski. Won't go. And spinning and firing is Miller. He'll work that down low to Karzowski. Worked off the puck by the 23 of Vlad Stepik. Scooped right back up by the Jets. Jets work it down low. Hillard on that puck. He's watched by Letelier. Battle for the puck continues on. In behind the goal. Guilford calms it down. Plays it back to Letelier on the far side. And the near side pass picked off. Jets at the doorstep. What a save. Sliding out to get his pad on that is Cherkis. Into the slot. That shot won't go. Pass across. And the Twisters pick that one up. Under siege. They clear it. McMurdy on the puck. Watched by Unger. Played away from him. Scooped up at the line and worked in by Larzanko. In behind the goal. Jets trying to feed it ahead. They're unable to do so. Battle for the loose puck. Larzanko with it. Turns, fires that one in on goal. Nothing going there. Rooney now with it. He'll work it to the far side. Trying to end the slot for Thiessen. Fires it just wide. Battle for the puck continues on the near side boards. As the Twisters unable to center off a couple sticks. Slatcher plays it ahead. And the Jets can't get that one out of the zone. Peters holds. Puts it in behind the goal. Battle on the far side. Rubbed off the puck into the slot. Rooney fires that wide past Winters. Battle working that one across. And now out of the zone. Jets ahead. Seth Clemens kicks that one ahead. Scooped up by Hillard. Hillard going after that one. And he's watched by Peters and another Twister there. Helping him out to work it out of the zone is Rooney. And he'll play that one down low. Now back into the skirmish. Couldn't quite get it out. Now Rooney does on the second effort. Dumps that one in and lands on top of the glass. Stays in play. And that one chipped ahead to Hogg via Stoven. Van Robies plays that across, and he's picked up a fair bit of points here in his second year with the Pembina Valley Twisters. They work that across for Hogg. And that one skips over some sticks. Olsen now with it, trying to feed that one up. Played back for the twist. And Letelier looking for Van Robies, can't do anything with it. Clements watches him. Letelier plays that one into the zone. Icing waved off as we near the midway mark of the opening frame. Jets trying to work it ahead on the near side. And now the skirmish for it. They'll pick that one up. Feed it across. Walking in is Vitelli. Centers into the skates. Biggerty scoops it up. Gets that past Dylan Vitelli. And out of the zone, Chipman on that one. And he'll work that right up Broadway. Picked off by the Twisters. Owen Van Robies. And that puck rolls off his stick. Jets work it ahead. Letelier scoops it up in his own zone. Puts on the brakes at the Ringnet line. Chips it up to Wall. Wall puts it into the attack zone. Collides with Olsen, who gets shooken up on the play. Loose puck. Scooped up by the Jets. They'll go to the safety and reset from behind their own goal. 9 gone in the period. Stonewall calming it all down here. Shots knotted up. 5-3 in favor of the Jets as they work it ahead into the attack zone. Chung walks in. Can't center fans on that one. Garshinsky picked it up for a second. And Pembina Valley now on the puck. Guilford ahead ice. And off the stick of Wall into the attack zone. Lorenko works that up to Smith. Smith. He'll work that one past Cox to the near side boards. Garshinsky puts on the brakes. He gets leveled. And the puck worked out of the zone to Guilford. Guilford breaks on. Clears it in on the backhand past Lorenko. In on Winters. Lorenko now with it on the near side. And he'll try and work it ahead. And he gets it out of the zone. Guilford turns that one over at the neutral ice. Chung waits for Smith to tag. Chung walks in with numbers. Plays it down low. Garshinsky on that one. Back to the point. Walking in. Shot from Stoven. Hits some lumber in front. Back to Stoven at the line. Stoven gets past Thomas. Walks in. Fires. Scores. And the Jets open up the scoring in this one. Stoven fires her home. 1-0 for the good guys at home. just past the midway mark. 10:06 on the goal. And this one has been opened up thanks to a stick of Brody Stovin. Kai Smith picks up the apple. Here's a look at the replay. And there's Stovin's initial shot save made. Kai Smith works it back to him. Stovin gets past Thomas and fires it home on the short side. Puck worked across by Letelier. He'll turn that one over. His squad now picked up by Bateman to King into the slot. Newcomb walks it. Oh, just wide of the goal. The Jets trying to make two quick ones here and get the Twisters on their heels early on. Hogg plays that down low and out of play at 6:31. Shot 7-4. Correction there on the assist will be Jarskinski and Chung picking up the assist. And not Kai Smith. And we await the door in the far corner to be closed as we get underway again. Jets win the attack draw. Hogg's quick shot. Deflected just wide. Newcomb on the rebound. He'll scoop it up. And that one could not be accepted out of the reach of Hogg. He'll go all the way down in behind his own goal. Hogg to play that one ahead. Broken up by Atkinson. He'll play that one across on the near side. Trying to chip that one up. Stovin walks in. Bateman. Stovin at the doorstep. It's in. And another one there for the Jets just like that. Good work by them. Carson King gets a stick on that one. Last, and here's a look at the replay. Stovin with the setup from Bateman. There's a pass across to Bateman. And I thought Stovin got a stick on that. It'll be King. And we'll get the confirmation on that here in a second. Should be King. And pass played across. Jets. Two quick ones here. 8:45 to go. Looking for a third. Battle for the puck. Jets come free. Looking. McMurray works it down low. He'll circle back. McMurray's shot. Put on the brakes. So it's the captain, King, picks up the goal. So him and Bateman now both with 15 points on the campaign, leading the Jets. Rooney plays it to the far side. And 2 goals in just over a minute here for the Jets as they look for another one. Walking in. Putting on the brakes is Hullard. Hullard looks. And that pass off. McMurray fires that to the far side. The reach of Garcinski. And played down low by Chipman. And that one worked away off a twister. Played ahead by the Jets. Jets turning, quick shot. Rebounds there, putting on the brakes. Karzowski works it across, they score! And tag on one more for the Jets. That's 3 goals in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. And it's a quick 3-0 lead. Here's a look at that goal. On the rebound, it's Slatcher who finds the back of the goal on that one. So Ryland Slatcher with the goal. That's all 3 guys leading the Jets coming into here with 14 points have tacked on one here in the opening frame. And the Twisters trying to get something going in the offense here. Shots. 5 in a row there, and we got a penalty coming up against Pembina Valley. 5 in a row on the shot clock for the Jets. They raise that total to 10-4. And there's a look. Here's the penalty coming to the number 9 of the Pembina Valley Twisters, who I do not have on my roster. We'll get his number for you in a minute. Here's a look at the trip. And right There's swing check, takes out the feet of the Jets player. Pretty easy call. Opening power play here for the Jets. And they've already striked early on. And that one worked out the zone. And the Jets to work that one ahead. Picked off by Pembina Valley. Short-handed opportunity for the Twisters. Olsen walks in trying to get the feed from Van Robies. And he was unable to work that across. Olsen continuing on with it for the Twisters. In behind is the attack goal. Now work to the far side for Carson King. King walks in. Centers back to Stoven. Stoven works that to Carson King. King calms it down. And Bateman now with it. Via King. Fires. Blocked. Loose puck in front. And that one iced all the way down the ice as the Twisters trying to kill some time off the clock. Battle for the puck. Picked up. Walking in is Chipman. And 40 seconds to go in the man advantage for Chung. And that one gets out of the zone. So Jets corral it. And they'll walk in. Their power play, 6th in the league at 20%. Trying to do something against Twisters. Penalty kill struggling 10th in the league at 71.4. Twisters can't clear. Lorenko holds at the line. Feeds it across. One-timer. And snatched out of there for a whistle by Cherkis. And here's a look at the replay there. There's the one-timer across. Cherkis flashes the leather in return. 17 seconds remaining on the penalty. As Swatcher set in the draw, ready to go. And off the draw. One back. Chipman plays it across. Looking for it. Back to Chipman. 5 to go as Chipman hits the ice, and that shall do it for the man advantage. And we're back to even strength here. So the Twisters kill off the opening man advantage. Slatcher works that across to Lorenko. And the Jets sauce that ahead to Newcomb. He puts on the brakes as he lost the puck. Forked ahead to Stepik. Scooped up. And now turning up ice on the feed from Karzowski working into McMurray. Trying to get back to Karzowski, cutting in front of the net. Twisters pick it off, and they'll turn that one right back over. Dumped in by Miller. That puck worked in behind the goal. Battle for it as they go to move it up. And Miller now with it. 4:30 to go here on the game clock. As Guilford fans on that one, corrals it before Smith can get a stick on that. Chung walks the line as Smith tags Chung, takes it down low, puts on the brakes, and he continues to look around for an open guy. And now Chung playing it down behind the goal. Kaczynski puts on the brakes. Now to Kai Smith, makes a move, cuts, and Smith takes out the goalie. Referee's hand came up, and I think that's goalie interference, although he has a pretty easy argument. He got pushed in, and he is arguing that, but he's not going to get it. Here's a look at the replay, and that's a pretty easy call. He got pushed in, and I don't agree with that, but doesn't matter. So Jets go to the power play. Update for your rosters. The 9 of the Pembina Valley Twisters is Vance Olsen, so you can write that in. And we get ready here for the draw. Off the draw. And here comes the penalty kill for Vitali as he tries to work that ahead for it. His penalty kill, 7th in the league, 81.4%. Puck played up and trying to work that out of the zone, and now scooped up here by the Jets, putting on the brakes. Battle for it continues on. DePreza now with it and worked off the puck. Gets it right back though. Good penalty kill. 90 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Twisters. As the Twisters scoop that one up. And they'll work that ahead on the near side. Van Robies plays that one in. Power play struggling mighty this year for the Twisters, 5.7%. Only team behind them, if my memory serves me correct, is the Twins, so I don't think I've scored a power play goal. Glove down, and Guilford walks up Broadway. A minute to go on the man advantage, puts it into the feet, and kicked away by Chipman. Guilford jumps right back on it, and that one lined off a stick. There's a shot off the side of Winters and up into the netting at 2:46. Shots 11-5. If they mark that one on net, which they may not, is kind of coming at the side. Off the battle. Puck, one across. Now back to Biggerty. Biggerty with it. He'll play that one down low. Trying to center across. Atkinson on that one. 35 ticks to go, and that one again sticked out of the play. So the Twisters get set. One shot on the man advantage so far. 2:31 on the clock. One back by Rooney. Atkinson with it. And that one off the stick of Lourenco. In behind. Stepic on the wraparound right in front. Lourenco scores, and the Twisters are in the lead. Or on the board, sorry. Mind you that. They get their power play going, and good to see that for them. Arzenko with the goal, and they get back in this game is what I meant to say. And there's the work down low by Atkinson, and Arzenko at the doorstep. Finishes it off. High scoring opening frame. Chipman on that. A power play goal for the Pembina Valley Twisters, and that will greatly improve their percentage on the campaign. Van Robies works that ahead. 2:05 to go. Walking in comes Newcomb. Newcomb across to Carson King, trying to get one right back to restore the 3-goal lead. They had it at the doorstep, but rolled off the stick of Peyton Bateman. Lourenco ahead. Newcomb walks in. Across to King. King makes the move into the slot. Olsen scoops it up. He'll look to play that ahead. And off the stick of Van Robies. Jets calm it down. 95 ticks to go in the frame. Newcomb on that one. Up to Bateman. Bateman walks in, fires right the logo of Cherkis. And an easy stop there. 1:25 on the clock. Shots 11-6. The Twisters power play. Getting them on the board. 3-1 Jets. Ready to go. Thiessen set in on the draw against Ryland Slatcher. Slatcher wins that one back. And McMurray can't hold. That came onto his backhand of the reach of him. McMurray passed Stepic all the way down the ice. Guilford in on it. He'll play that one ahead. Loose puck. Hillard on it. He'll work that down low. Slatcher puts on the brakes and can't get the centering play to go. Puck comes all the way down, final minute of the opening frame. Jets working ahead to McMurdy and played right back in by Guilford. Puck worked in behind the goal, 50 ticks on the clock. And that pass gets out of the zone. Guilford on it, puts on the brakes, sticked in by Rooney, and fired off the blocker. Guilford in on that one. Now picked up here by Thiessen, trying to feed to Guilford. Battle comes loose on the near side. Great hustle here. Karzowski walks in, fires, rebound loose. Guilford scoops that one up as it's rolling on edge. And he'll turn that one over off Slatcher. 15 to go. Olsen scoops it up. And walking in, trying to tip that one home. And unable to do so was the 9 of the Twisters, who is listed as Vance Olsen. That's not what the name bar says there, and we'll try and figure that out. Yeah, that's Hildebrand on the name bar. We'll get the right name for you on that. Score is 3-1 here following the opening frame. Shots 13-8 in favor of the Jets. And we'll have our scoring summary coming up here for you and our out-of-town scoreboard in a minute. So the Jets strike 3 times very quickly to open up the scoring. Brody Stovin is second from Willie Garshinsky and Cohen Chung at 10:06. And then at 11:01, it was Carson King, his seventh, from Peyton Bateman and Brady Stovin. At 12:23, Ryan Slatcher got his ninth from Alex Karzowski and Gavin Hollard, which made that 3 goals in 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Aiden Larzenko got his first on the man advantage. Assist going to Vlad Stepik and Dominic Rooney. Time of the goal is 17:36. 2 penalties. Again, Vance Olson. I'll double check, make sure it's the right name there on the score sheet there for the tripping at 12:42. That was killed off. And then the power play goal scored on the goaltender interference by Kai Smith at 16:02. And with that, a quick look here at the out-of-town scoreboard in the MMJHL. One game going on. It's Express in St. Vital that started at 7:30. And they got 15:34 to go in the second period. It is 2-1 in favor of the visiting Express. Turner and Boomer with the goal scores. Astorino with the goal for the Vicks, as the Vicks getting heavily outshot in that one, 20-9. And you can also watch that here on U-Screen. Graham's got that game for you. With that, I'm your host, Benny Branton, with your cameraman, Josh Kecken. We'll see you all following this opening intermission. 3-1 Jets at home against the Pembina Valley Twisters. And welcome back, hockey fans, as we get ready here for the second period in this one. Shots in the opening frame, 13-8 in favor of the Jets. Twisters 1 for 1 on the power play. Jets 0 for 1. Goal scorers in the opening frame, Brody Stovin his second, Carson King, the Jets captain, with his seventh. Ryan Slatcher with his ninth. And Aiden Larzenko with his first on the man advantage. Got the Twisters on the board. That's where we stand. Big story though. 2 goals in 3 goals in 2 minutes 17 seconds. That really got the Jets going. Twisters getting a break on the power play on the goalie interference charge against Kai Smith. Got them on the board, and here we go. Van Robies loses that one. We're underway as it's pulled back by Garshinsky. Now the Jets will have that one iced in on them, and they are going to blow that one as Miller outdoes the icing. And we do have an update for the rosters here, as it is verified that the 9 AP of Pembina Valley is indeed Vance Olson. Off the draw. Quick shot by Miller. Picked up and worked out of the zone by Van Robies. Van Robies now will scoop that one up at the neutral zone. Played across on the near side for Peters. And Brett Peters dumps that one in down to the far side of the ice. Battle now worked across and scooped up near. Calmed down by the Jets. Worked off by Olsen. Olsen now with the puck on his stick. And he'll circle to the near side boards. Works that to the far side. McMurdy on that. And he'll clear that one all the way down. Sticked away by Peters. Worked to Guilford. And away from Kai Smith. Kai Smith scoops that one up. Takes his gift. Works it across. Miller walks into that one. Fires off the glove and up and out of play. Dangerous turnover by the Twisters. And oh, so close was Miller to capitalizing. Here's a look at the replay. There's the turnover by Guilford. And Kai Smith feeds that to Miller off the webbing and up and out of play. Off the draw, here we go. Picked up by the Jets. Jets work that one across. And into the feet. Still battling across for it. Circling Newcomb. Turns, fires. Blocker save into the corner boards. Newcomb with the puck on his stick. Back to the point. Across to Stovin. Stovin plays her down low. Newcomb on that one. Biggerty worked him off the puck. Loose puck. Twisters corral in their own zone. And clear. Now, working ahead. Wall outdoes the icing. And lays the reverse hit up to King. King ahead on the near side. Walking up with it. And Newcomb feeds that up. Bateman first on that puck. Now watch by Letelier. Fed through for King. He couldn't get a shot away. Held at the line. Stovin. He'll play that down low for Bateman. Bateman into the slot. King fires. And loose puck jumped on by Cherkis at 17:58. Shots in the frame. 1 for the Jets, 0 for the Twisters. 3-1, Jets lead. So Twisters under siege here to start the frame up. And off the draw. One back. Larenko plays that to the far side. And Chipman walks into that one. And that one's swallowed up by Cherkis. So we get ready to go here again. Another attack zone draw for Slatcher and his Jets. And he's done his part here to help his team up with an early lead. Looking for the feed across. They're unable to get that one to go. Slatcher now with it. And he'll corral that one back. Jets with it in the attack zone. Feed it from behind the goal. Larenko's shot sticked into the corner boards. And fed up into the netting at out play at 17:28. Shots. It's the Jets doubling up the Twisters 16-8 here in the second frame. Fresh legs out there. Ready to go. One back by the Twisters. Karzowski in on it. Feeds it into the slot. Off the stick of Guilford. And work down the ice. It's an icing against Pembina Valley. 17-18. We get ready to go back at the other end of the ice. No changes to be made here by the Jets. They'll stay the same. Slatcher ready to go. And he'll take on Ozzy Atkinson. And he'll beat Atkinson to the point. Chipman shot. Save, rebound right in front, out of the zone quickly. Chipman with it again. He'll work it across. Lourenco corrals that pass after it was a tough feed for him. Dumped in, and there'll be an icing against Lourenco as he looks up at the ceiling. So we get ready here. Fresh legs on for the Twisters. And Rooney out there with Larzenko and Minka and Thiessen there. One back, and Domenico Rooney jumps over that shot there from the point. That whizzed wide for the Twisters as they got their line that got done in the power play out there. Shot by Guilford, deflected off a stick and out of play at 16:49 in the frame. And the Jets getting their change following the icing. So Chung out there with Kai Smith and Karzowski on the draw. One back, sorry, by Garshinsky. And pass Smith and out. Chung giving chase. No, does not outdo the icing against Guilford. So the Twisters with some fresh legs here following the Jets icing as we slow it down. Following the opening 3 minutes of the second frame. Van Roby's in on the draw. Jets win that one. Twisters though quickly on it. Olsen to Vance Olsen via Darby Olsen. Trying to work it out. Vance Olsen works her to the point. Calm down. Van Roby's down low. Olsen with it, overskates that one. And now Kai Smith ahead. Taking on the Morden line and for the Pembina Valley Twisters. They put on the brakes. Smith walks in. Trying to feed that one in front, unable to do so. Bigarty puts on the brakes, can't keep the puck with them. Jets working it free through some contact against Bigarty. And Darby Olsen can't get that out of the zone. Comes up into the Jets bench. And it shall stay in the Twister zone. We played a hair under 4 minutes, or a hair over 4 minutes here in the second frame. 3-1 Jets out shooting the Twisters 17-9. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, with your cameraman, Josh Keck. Off the attack zone, win centered in front for the Jets. Now Vitelli plays that one off a Twister, gets it back. Trying to work it across Peters into the slot. Unable to do anything with it. Now battling at it as the stick check. Vitelli continues to possess the puck. Now Chung behind the attacking goal. Chung tries to center that one in front. Keck knocks that one off as he absorbs a hit. Stoven across to Preza. Can't scoop that one up. Thomas in on it and gloved up by Winters as that popped right in front of him. And Keck getting in there, some extracurriculars at 15:22 as they get in here after the whistle. Here's a look as that puck comes in front of Winters and bouncing puck. Twisters unable to do anything with it though. And Atkinson trying to kick that one free from the draw. Pollard wins that, tries to pull it ahead ice. And the Jets take it up steam, walking in. Bateman makes a move, trying to center. And he'll work that one back. Had Newcomb with them. Twisters on the loose puck. They'll play that out of the zone. Unger fires it into the glove and held on by Winters at 14:57, shot 17-11. And off the draw. On the near side. Working with it. Bigarty plays it down low. Trying to play that one free. Hogg now with it. And he'll work that one ahead ice. And off the stick of King and in. No icing. And he made sure King got the touch on that one. Battle on the near side. Working through it. Bateman centers in front, trying to get the puck to him. And unable to do so. Biggerty scoops that off. And works it up. Unger to Thiessen. Thiessen trying to split the D. Can't do so. Cutter Unger on the loose puck. Brought to a knee. Turns it over. Bateman ahead on the near side. Walks in. Across past Newcomb to King. King tangled up with one of the referees. Biggerty works him off the puck. 6 gone in the frame. Battle continues on. And in the skirmish for it, Twisters come free. They'll clear that one down. Larenko on that one, watched by Larzenko. And Larzenko with it. Larzenko, the goal scorer for the Pembina Valley Twisters, on the man advantage. Worked ahead. Hillard with it. Walks in. Hillard puts on the brakes. He hits ice. Referee's arms stay down. Hillard centers. Slatcher kicked away. Foul behind the Twisters' goal. Loose in front. Pembina Valley on the loose puck. Trying to feed that one up ice. Back to the point. Worked across for Larenko. And Bateman walks out with it. He gets tangled up with some Twisters. Larzenko out of the zone. And Pembina Valley walks in. Larzenko trying to work it to Rooney. And that one off the shin pad of Chipman. Quickly ahead. Karzowski after that one. On the backhand. Watched by Braden Cox. And Cox ties him up. And that one able to get smothered up by Cherkis at 12:52. 18-11 are the shot totals. 3-1 Jets lead. No scoring to report in this frame as they get ready to go. And on the draw from the right of Cherkis. One back by McMurdy. His shot through traffic gets blocked. Quickly ahead on the near side for Vance Olsen. Olsen plays that one to Darby Olsen. Now back to Vance Olsen. Vance Olsen with it. Plays it to the point. There's a shot. Letelier off the mark. And now calmed down by Van Robies. Owen Van Robies works it to the far side in the backhand. Sawyer Letelier on it. Makes a move to get past Karzowski. And the Twisters run into each other. Here's a chance for Hillard. Played away from him. Slatcher walks in. Hillard tags. Perfect timing. Cox works it away from Slatcher. Slatcher to the far side. And Ryland Slatcher continues to go at it. He's got a goal in today's game. Into the slot. And that one couldn't make its way on the near side of Stoven. Stoven out of the zone, plays it across. And off the stick of Hillard into the zone. Hillard, again, watched by Cox. Blows past him, though, this time. Looks, trying to work it up. Picked off by Cox and dumped all the way down the ice. And icing against the Twisters, 11:40 on the clock. Shots in the frame, 5 for the Jets, 3 for the Pembina Valley Twisters. So 11:40 on the clock. We get ready to go back in the Pembina Valley end. Karshinsky gets set. Olsen waved. And Van Robies comes in for Darby Olsen. Smith now with it. Kai Smith to the goal line. Feeds into the slot. Fires off a Twister straight up off his skate. Gloved ahead by Stoven off a Twister. And out of the zone. And Hogg puts on the brakes to Stoven. Stoven out of the reach of Vance Olsen. Deflected dangerously right at the bench there of the Jets. Diving out of the way is the trainer and doesn't have to stitch his own self up there as he ducks behind the glass. We get a new frozen biscuit and are underway here at 11:19. As Wall wins that one back, worked into the zone. Stoven now with it. Worked off the puck by Wall as the 2-15s go into the end boards. Battle for the puck on the far side. Jets trying to push it ahead. There's a shot by Pembina Valley running to the Trapper of Winters at 11:02. So we get ready to do it again. And before we do so, Larenko skates onto the ice with Chipman as the D-men swap out for the Jets. Off the draw. Twisters on the tangle up. Jets control. Good work there to work it free by Thomas. Now Keck on the puck. And he'll play it to Thomas. Thomas moved out of position. Lourenco knocks him down. Jets possessed with the puck. Head feed gets past Brady. Kai Smith on that one. Cherkis out to fire that away from him. And on the near side, Keck ahead. Chipman knocks it down. And Keck trying to pick that one up, unable to do so. And it worked ahead through some traffic by Clements. Clements on the far side. Walks in. And Lourenco plays that one past Keck down low. Chipped ahead. Jets walk that one into the high slot. There's a shot kicked away. Another opportunity as it gets played to Chipman at the point. Now worked away. Walking in. Lucas Thomas. Breakaway. And good defensive work to break that one up. Sliding into the end boards was the 23, and DePreza does his job. So Evan DePreza breaks up the rush, and here goes Chipman the other way. Fires that one off the glass. At the line, held by the Jets momentarily and worked out now by Biggerty to Stepic. Back to Biggerty. Vlad Stepic, the ex-Real, works it ahead. Stick battle turned over now to Vitelli. And he'll work that one up to DePreza. And trying to now get some offense going after he shut down a brilliant Twister scoring opportunity on the Thomas breakaway. Back to the point for Miller. Miller's shot deflected right in front over the net off the glass. Played ahead in behind the goal by the Jets. Into the slot. Twisters pick that one off and get it out of the zone. Back half here of the hockey game. 3-1 Jets in front of the home crowd. Stepic turns that to Newcomb. Newcomb didn't tag yet, and he's offside. And here's a look at the breakaway opportunity from Lucas Thomas. And look at the speed there, and a good play to break that one up on the rush back by Evan DePreza. So Evan DePreza breaks that one up. We're underway. Stoven across. And Hogg loses that one, chipped away. Walking in. Rooney across and can't find Thiessen. Cox into pinch. Holds that one at the zone. And now to Thiessen. Ryan Thiessen played that one, no one home. And picked up by Newcomb. Newcomb ahead ice. Newcomb walks in. Plays it to Bateman. Bateman trying to fire that in on goal, unable to do so. As he hits the ice, Twisters scoop it up. And Pembina Valley out of the neutral zone. Puck worked away from them. Scooped up at the line. Bateman makes a move. And that one's shut down by Brandon Cox. Puck cleared out. And an icing. So Cox shuts down Peyton Bateman, but gets hit with an icing as he dumps it down at 8:07. Shots in the frame. 7-4. The Jets on the Pembina Valley Twister side of things 4. For the frame. We get ready to go. Carson King in on the draw. Taking on Ryan Thiessen. Thiessen wins that one back against the ex-Swift Current Bronco, and a head ice. Walking in to Thiessen off his blade. And ahead, Newcomb walks in. Newcomb plays that one back. Toe drag by King. Oh, what a move, but he couldn't finish. Had the goal, working away at it. And the Twisters come free on the near side. Van Robies. And a pick play by Olsen. Across to Vance Olsen, unable to do so. Quickly ahead by the Jets. Slatcher walks in. Makes a move to the far side. And good work there by Josh Guilford, not allowing the shot. As Slatcher, again watched by Guilford, into the slot. There's a shot from the point by Chipman. Deflected up and out of play at 7:13. Should stay in the zone. Here's a look at that opportunity here. Newcomb leaves that one back, and nice little toe drag in behind the goal. Couldn't center that, though no one home as the Twisters broke that one up from Carson King. Off the draw, that one trying to trickle through 5-0. Shut down by Cherkis. So we tick down to 7:08 in the frame. Shot totals 22-12 in favor of the Jets, up 3-1. With those goals coming in quick succession in the opening frame. And now Vance Olsen on the near side on the dump-in. Scooped up by Chipman, worked away from Olsen. And Van Robies to Vance Olsen. To Darby Olsen. One timer not going to go for Pembina Valley. Rhett Peters works it down low. Olsen turns, fires. Vance Olsen scoops up that puck. Battle for it with the Jets. Twisters prevail. Working that one away from Hollard. Hollard now gets that one back from Olsen. And off the stick of Karzowski into the zone. Up by Guilford. Hold, hits ice. Hand goes up. Penalty coming to the Twisters on a hook. And we get a look here at the second power play. And we'll see if it stands. Karzowski getting in on it as they battle around. And still going at it a little bit. So we'll see if things even up or not. Karzowski heads to the sin bin. Here's a look at the hook. There, right there. It was. And I think we're going to be evened up. So, sorry, it was a trip and a rough. So a trip, Karzowski gets hit with a rough, and oh, they still got the 2 minutes on for Darby Olsen. They must have given another twister or a rough on there that I missed. And that's what I'm going to go with here. As we got 4 skaters for the Twisters, Jets have 5. So the Jets retain their man advantage. Jets 0 for 1 on the man advantage. They get another go. Pass into the slot. Twisters trying to break it free. And a good work by Thomas. Hillard on that puck, and he'll turn that up ice. Playing it to the far side. Walking into the zone. Here come the Jets. They'll work that in behind the goal. Battle on the near side. Stonewall works it to the point. Stoven to King. King down low on the goal line. Back to King. And 30 ticks gone on the man advantage. Stoven to King. King circles back. Watched by Stepik. And now making a move back to Stoven. Stoven's shot gets blocked and worked its way across. He'll get back in the sauce pass. Down low. King across to the far side. Jets trying to fire her home. Stoven's shot through traffic and into the trapper. Good play there to see it by Cherkas through the bodies in front. 63 seconds remaining on the man advantage. And there's the setup as Stoven gets that one back right there and fires that one into the trapper. Is able to see it the whole way. Here's Cherkas off the draw, and the Stonewall Jets do a favor for the Twisters, able to clear. So it's Contema Wall with a, sound like he said a slash. Or sorry, it's Wall for roughing as that shot by Kai Smith off the blocker and out of play. 4:57 in the frame, 39 seconds remaining on the trip to Darby Olsen. So that is the offsetting penalties to offset that Jets penalty was the Wall rough. As Chipman plays it across. Back to Chipman. And he'll work that one to Kai Smith. Smith back to the point. Chipman fires that one. And blockered away off the pad into the slot. Kai Smith on the near side. Smith circles back. Looks for the forehand. Play down low. Back to Smith. Across to Chipman. Chipman works it down low for the Jets. Lourenco circles back. 8 to go. Chipman fires that one. And out of play. 4 seconds on the clock. And they're going to say it got deflected. It's going to come inside. 4 ticks remaining on power play number 2 for the Jets. 0 for 1. As they get ready to go. Depraz in on the draw. He's out there with Vitaly, Miller, Pollard, it looks like, and I can't see the far number of the Jets. Off the draw, one back by Van Robies. Penalty is killed. Olsen enters the play. McMurdy was the other Jet on the ice. As we hit even strength, Karzowski and Wall make their way out the sin bin, as that will empty the gates at 4:12. Van Robies in on the attack zone draw. His Twisters down by 2 with 4:12 to go before the second break. McMurdy trying to work that one back. Loose puck. Jets do get that one. Dylan Vitaly ahead on the far side. He'll work it across on the back end. Chung wide. Vitaly on that puck. Vitaly looks for the center and gloving around with that one. Van Roby scoops his stick on that. McMurdy fires that towards the goal. Sticked away by Cherkis. Bouncing puck. Jets calm it down. Clements works that ahead. Gets it back. Oh, baby, that was loose in front. Couldn't get it completed, though, into the back of the goal as Miller works it down low for Depraz, and he gets tangled up. And the Twisters work it out of the zone. McMurdy to the near side for Miller. Van Robies breaks that one up. Olsen tags with both Olsens. Back to Darby Olsen. And that one scooped up and worked out of the zone by the Jets. Atelier on that one. He'll work it ahead. And picked up right at the line. Walking in and ringing it off the iron. It sounded like from up here on the shot from Rooney. And Larzenko hit the ice. Here come the Jets. Chung walks in and kicked away. It's in the goal. And the Jets are now up 4-1. A tough break for the Twisters. And I think that one kicked off the post and off the back and in. But Chung does his job in this one, adds to his assist. Here's a replay as he comes back, and that one kicked off the post and hit the post and in. Tough to see on the replay after Rooney had a great opportunity at the other end of the ice for the Penn Valley Twisters, and they get hit with a tough break at 2:46. Thought they had the momentum to get within one, and they're back down by 3. So it will be Chung, and it is indeed unassisted. Puck worked ahead to Rooney. Puck played back into the neutral zone. Guilford ahead. Hogg on that puck as he outdoes Thiessen. Played ahead to Karzowski and in through traffic. Walking in come the Jets. Kai Smith. And Garshinsky now with it. Rubbed off the puck. Scooped up. Put it on the brakes, trying to center. That's the Jets. And Lorenko does a soccer move, kicks that over the glass at 1:58. So another new biscuit onto the ice, and we get ready to go. And the frozen rubber black disc gets dropped, and King has that one back. Trying to get a deflection. King in front. Twisters work that one up and out. Now here comes Stepik with it. Dodges a hit there by Lorenko. Puts on the brake. Chipman watching him. 100 ticks to go in the period. Puck to the far side. Twisters walk in. Vitaly now down out of his reach. Lorenko in on that one up to Newcomb. And Braden Cox plays that one off Newcomb. Scooped up by Cutter Unger. He runs into Lorenko. End of his rush. Chipman fires it to Peyton Bateman. He can't hold on to that one. Sarlatalia works it back. 1:15 to go. Off the stick of Stepik and down low. Lorenko up to Newcomb, trying to get on the near side. And Braden Cox breaking it up with the shot in wide of the goal. And that shot up and off some iron. And out of play as that hits one of the cross members in the ceiling at 59.6 seconds. As Chung to go with his assist. Picks up a goal to restore the 3-goal lead here for the Jets with 59.6 ticks to go in the frame. Shots 26-13. Back underway. Twisters in the attack zone. McMurdy trying to mitigate the damage. Van Robies comes free with it. Back to the point. Twisters walk in from the circle. Loose puck in front. Pembina Valley corrals it. Trying to get something into the slot. And they'll circle that one back to the point. Guilford. His squad trying to set it up. They got 35 ticks to go. Walking around through traffic. Van Robies. Guilford shot wide of the goal. And both Olsons on that puck. Now Van Robies to Vance Olson. McMurdy gets the better of that angle. Can't get it out of the zone. Guilford holds. And now out to Hillard. Hillard walks in. Makes a move. Backhand, forehand. Oh! Couldn't end that one. Stick just wide of the goal. On the near side. Olson walks in. Makes a move. And taken out of the play. And there's going to be some physicality here with 3/10 as they all get in on it. And here comes the dog pile. Guilford tied up with Karzowski. And they might just run these 3/10 here. We'll see who's at the bottom of this one. As there's a Twister's helmet comes off. And now a helmet ripped off of Karzowski. And Guilford gets ushered away. So an early exit for Josh Guilford as he'll head to the showers with 3/10 remaining in the frame. As the referee's got his pen out, he's going to have some scribbles to get done. Well, we do that, and they talk this over. Here's the look here as Hillard tried to make it 5-1 with about 12 ticks to go. And that's just wide here, and not the intermission break yet. And the referees come here, and we'll see what they got to write down. Notepad is, of course, out. Carson King comes in to see the verdict for Stonewall Jets, sitting pretty comfortable, up 4-1. And 3/10 of a second, pretty hard to get a shot off the draw, so shots for the frame are going to sit with the Jets at 14 shots. Twisters with the total shots for the frame of 6. Their totals are 27-14 in favor of the Stonewall Jets. And we'll have the scoring summary coming in a bit, but we still got these 3/10 to go. As the referee relaying his notepad to the timekeeper, and the scorekeeper making sure that that matches on the score sheet. What a great Thursday night action here as Vlad Stepik has a nice little chat with Carson King as the referees come to address them. And the referee now, she gives the verdict to both of them. And they might tack on a penalty to Guilford. Possibly. As it looked like he ripped off the helmet of Garshinsky. And that's what gave him the game misconduct. Or it should be. I'll see if... And a perfect song for this. Too bad it's not Saturday night here and Thursday night. But all is good. And I think they're just going to call it evens. No, there's a 2-minute penalty to Aiden Miller on the board. So it's a Twisters power play. As we get almost set. And I do not have the penalty update in here yet. As Chung is circling. I know they're going to put Miller. Looks like, is that Van Robies or Olsen? Heading, I'll see in a minute here, into the Twisters penalty box. And we got 5-on-4s, correct? As Rep Peters skates onto the ice for the Pennant Valley, or Biggerty skates on for the Twisters. And no, there is something still wrong about the penalties here. And Chung circling around. Chung is getting sent to the penalty box. So it's the two offsetting. And Chung had one of the offsetting penalties, is what I'm going to assume. And there's the horn, quick shot by the Twisters at the bell, goes wide. And that's going to do it for 40 minutes of play here from Veterans Memorial Arena. In Stonewall, a full 2 minutes remaining, and we'll see who that was in the penalty box here for the Pennant Valley Twisters in a minute as they make their exit onto the ice. And that is Darby Olson. So with that, shots for the frame, 14 for the Jets. Pennant Valley Twisters 6. Totals 27-14 in favor of the home Stonewall Jets. Lone goal to report here was for the Stonewall Jets in the frame. Chung added on to his assist with his fourth unassisted. Time of Chung's goal, 17-10. And some penalties to report. Darby Olson had a trip at 13:42, as well as Katema Wall, and with a rough that got offset by Alex Karzowski's rough. All penalties at 13:42, and we'll see if those penalties at the end of the period has come in yet. And I got a holding against Alex Karzowski at 19:59 and a rough for him. And that is it. Aiden Miller also had a rough. And that is all I have. We'll give you the update on the Twister side of things when we return to that. Here's a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. And with that, we'll take a quick look here at the standings. And where all these teams sit. Out-of-town scoreboard update though first from St. Vital. And the Transcona Railer Express, with 19 minutes to go in regulation, have the similar score here, exactly the same, 4-1. Though in favor of the visitors, Railer Express Turner tacked on his second. Bershinsky also with the goal. And as we mentioned, Boomer with the goal earlier on. And Astorino with the lone goal for the Vicks. 4-1, and they're outshooting their opponent, the St. Vital, 32-17 in favor of the Transcona Railer Express. Here's a look where the teams sit. Of course, the Reals, 12-0. We'll be covering their next game in Morris on November 14th, coming up here tomorrow, as they look for 13-0, and they enclose on the 2022-23 St. James Canucks, and trying to knock past them and move up to, they'll be tied, I think, for second place in all-time best starts, if my memory serves me correct. On that, someone else with a little bit more experience of the MMJHL might know on that, but they, in my opinion, they have a chance to beat the 03-04 Vicks and have the best start to the MMJHL, and we'll see how they fare against the Twisters on Friday. As we mentioned, the Railer Express looking to pick up their 10th win and get within 3 points, as they have fallen both times in their meetings against the Reals, and they'll look to add to their third win, although the St. Vital Junior Victorious, as we mentioned early on and seen, and especially against the Twisters in their game, in St. Vital, the Vicks are come from behind team in the third period, so we'll see if they can do that again tonight. Meanwhile, the Charleswood Hawks sit in third, and they've built up to 6 wins and solidifying themselves in front of the Royal Knights, who are a couple points ahead of the Jets here after they dropped their last one to the Hawks. Sitting in fourth, and the Jets trying to make some ground over the Raiders and Twins all knotted up at 12 wins or 12 points. And they're with them all playing 500 hockey, and the Jets with a good opportunity here to get out of their losing skid and back to their winning ways. Meanwhile, the Victorias, as we mentioned, playing now, they've dropped 5 in a row, sitting on the edge of the playoffs, 2 points up from the Canucks, who haven't done much better, dropping their last 4. And there are the Twisters with 2 points after they had to forfeit their point in their win, one of their points in their win against the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. So they're 1-10-1, sitting with 2 points and still very much so not that far back from the Victorias, and that last playoff spot could definitely be doable. We've seen some great runs, especially by the Twisters themselves. We've seen them go on a 14 win streak coming into January, and we saw that a couple years back with the Hawks, which was able to win their coaching staff coach of the year. And we can see if the Twisters will get on some hot streaks here in the next month or two. And with that, that's a look here around the league at the standings. Again, I'm your host, Bentley Brownlaw, with your cameraman, Josh Keck, and we'll see you on the other side of the break. And welcome back, hockey fans. We get ready to go here for the third period as the Stonewall Jets hit the ice, trying to kill off these final 20 minutes here and stay on top, up by 3. We still have 2 minutes remaining on the penalty to Aiden Miller, and we're going to go over that penalty summary here. And we got the update here for that. Penalty summary here. As we said, Alex Karzowski with the holding and a roughing to Aiden Miller. Darby Olsen with the rough, Josh Guilford a rough and a misconduct, all times at 19:59. Results. Once you cancel that all out, 2-minute power play for the Twisters. They've had 3/10 tick off the board, so it still stays at 2 minutes as we get ready to go. Karzowski in on the draw against Rooney. And we are underway here for the final frame before the end of regulation there, if I can speak proper. And they got the goal light on there ready behind the Twisters' goal. As that puck cleared out, Chipman works it in. And that one in on goal. As the Twisters work that ahead on the near side. Rooney ahead. And he'll dump that one in all the way around behind the goal. Larenko on that one. And that iced all the way down. And the Twisters now calming down. And now they're able to get that light out there as Letelier walks in. And he hits the ice. In behind the goal. Puck worked back to the point. Balfour walking in, Stepik shot. And gloved away. Rooney now on that. Final minute of man advantage as Atkinson feeds it across. Letelier back to Atkinson. He walks into that one, kicked out. And scooped up by Atkinson. Atkinson looking to work that one across. And he'll look that one all the way around to the far side to Rooney. And can't get that back to Letelier. Miscue there, comes all the way out to Cherkis. And Cherkis will leave that one along as we continue on. Down at the other side of things here. Up to Wall. Wall walking in on the near side. Katema Wall. And he'll take a quick shot. Fires that into the netting. 12 seconds remaining on the clock on the man advantage. Faceoff stays in on the zone. 2 shots on the man advantage to report for the Pennant Valley Twisters so far. Only 2 shots of the frame. As we're ready to go here, Van Roby cycling around with Unger. He's going to take the draw. So it'll be Van Roby set, wins that to Unger. Unger waits, Cutter Unger's shot deflected off some lumber and up into the ceiling and out of play. So another new puck comes out onto the ice as they've gone through a fair bit of those tonight. And we're ready to go. Van Robies wins that draw back, but comes right to Hillard and out of the zone. And no, stays in. Back to Hillard. 2 ticks to go. We're even. Twisters can't do anything with their second opportunity to match their first. As Cox scoops that up and gets that one past DePrez and all the way down the ice. McMurdy across to Hogg as he looks in to feed that to the neutral zone, and he'll be able to do that. But Wall on that one works across to Cox ahead on the far side, and Unger bumped off the puck as it comes all the way down. Darby Olsen on that one as Olsen feeds it back to Cox. Now Wall on that one. In behind, McMurdy goes back, picked up by his captain, Carson King. On the near side, Bateman deflects that up to Newcomb. Twisters on that, Cox scoops it up, and Pembina Valley ices that one in. It should be an icing. It will be at 17-11 as we get set back at the far side here. Move it back to the Pembina Valley Twister side of things. Draw is going to come here to the left of Cherkis. Carson King ready to go, awaiting his opponent in the circle and it's going to be Owen Van Robies. King wins that one cleanly back. McMurdy's shot blocked by Van Robies. And now Wall to feed that one up and dumps it in. Van Robies gives chase to the far side past Winters. Van Robies on that one, fans on it, and held at the point. So Italier plays it in behind. Olsen can't get the feed in front from Wall. Comes out of the zone. Letelier works it across for the far side and gets it right back via Peters. Turned over at the line. Newcomb cycling, and no, they're going to say by a fraction of an inch that he was offside. 16:40 on the clock. Shot 12 is 27-16. Only 2 shots in the frame. That is 2 for the Twisters on the man advantage. Slatcher in on the draw. He beats Thiessen back. And Lorenko plays that one in deep. Letelier on it for the Pembina Valley. Sawyer Letelier puts on the brakes. Letelier ahead. And now Chipman scoops that one up, and again, just barely offside. And he has a little bit of a discussion with the referee on about that. He thought he got that. So they get ready to do it here as these couple offsides slow play down. Twisters get the better of this draw. Comes right back though to Chipman. He puts that one into the zone. Twisters on that puck. And Balfour on the near side boards. Rhett Peters comes free out of the corner boards and plays it again up and out of play. $16:12 on the clock. Slatcher set, ready to go. And the Twisters win the draw. Biggerty to the far side. And the Twisters turn that over in the attack zone. Cherkis jumps up for that one. It's over the goal. And Chipman works it down behind. Jets got Watts as Slatcher comes in front. Couldn't get a shot there on the feed to him. As the Twisters instead break it up. Now they go the other way. Cutter Unger walks in. He's got numbers. Nice little pass back. Couldn't feed Cox. So that was behind him. And the Twisters turn it over, but Unger gets right back on that. And he'll work it down low. Stepik ahead. Lorenko trying to scoop it up. He's out to do so. Slatcher couldn't reach it. Jets on it. And the Jets work that out of the zone. Clement's now with it. And he'll make his way ahead. And Seth Clement cannot hold on to that puck there. Scooped up by Biggerty. Biggerty up to Olsen. And that one skips off Olsen to Stepik, gets past. Olsen now turns, fires Darby Olsen. Loose puck in front as it just gets past Stovin. Letelier across. Fresh attackers for the Jets. And the Twisters play that in, and yes, that was just enough for an icing. So, a quarter gone in the frame. Get back down to the Pembina Valley Twisters zone. No shots, though, for the Jets as the Twisters enclose. That stat still down by 10 on the shot stats. But still, the bigger concern. Down in the hole by 3 goals. Kai Smith circles around, stays with it. Smith trying to center. And he's worked off the puck. Van Robies to Olsen. Olsen runs into Chung, who's got 2 in this one. A goal and assist. Work to the far side. Gashinsky trying to feed to Kai Smith into his skates. Chung fires just wide of the goal. Brilliant opportunity for the Jets. Smith with it. And he'll sauce that across. Firing is the Jets, and that one nipped off the leather and wide. Another one rings off the side iron. In behind the goal. And Hogg can't hold on to that one. It goes all the way down. 6 gone in the frame. As Winters leaves that one on, Jets pick it up. Twisters get in their change as Chung turns up ice. Kai Smith stays onside, and he has the rebound right off the pad to him, but couldn't reach it. Twisters clear it in, and just wide of the goal, it's going to be an icing at 13:42. Here's a look as Chung's crew tried to make it 5-1, and that one whizzed just wide of the goal. So a draw already here from the left of the goaltender Cherkis. Twisters win that one. McMurdy trying to feed it up to King at the line. Rooney trying to work it out. Puck comes up in front of the glass, stays on side. And Biggerty battles that one, trying to get away from Bateman. Ensuing skirmish. Newcomb to help out to McMurdy. To Newcomb. To Bateman behind the goal. King centers in front. Newcomb had that on the backhand. Couldn't fire that one in. Bateman. Newcomb. Shot in on goal. Smothered up. And Cherkis trying to keep this one respectable and his team in it. Still down by 3. Shots in the frame is 3-2 in favor of the Panamint Valley Twisters, down by 3. And here they come with 3 as Wall works that one up. Fire, scores! Thomas lights that one up. And the Twisters are back within 2. Good work there by Wall to feed Thomas, and Lucas Thomas has the Twisters cutting the Jets' lead in half with 7:01 gone. And here's a look at the replay as Thomas feeds that one across and fires it past Winters. 4-2 game. And Wall came in to leave the hit. Now walking in the far side, Vitelli has shot. Loose puck. Vitelli plays that one. That was DePrez on the shot. DePrez works that back to Vitelli. Dylan Vitelli plays it down low. Clements now with it. And he's ran into the end boards by Wall. Wall kicks it ahead. He scoops up the assist on the goal for the Twisters by the 13 of Lucas Thomas. Battle down low. Clements works that one. DePrez. As new life here by the Jets as the Twisters got back into it. Walking in, DePrez's shot. And just enough of that one for Cherkis to go wide. Twisters under siege. Following their goal to get within 2. And again, picked off by Clements. Clements walks in, fires, and the flash of the leather has the answer. And there's a look as Cherkis calms it all down. Putting on the brakes, nice little move there by Clements, and the flash of the leather keeps it a 2-goal game. And following the drop of the biscuit, looping around. DePrez back to the point for Stoven. Stoven to DePrez. And walking in, Slatcher. Oh! How did that one stay out? Sliding down, and Cherkis doing his job as his team getting heavily outshot 33-18. And this onslaught by the Jets. Again, another answer for Cherkis. Getting the pad down, staying firm, not letting the Jets get by, but the Jets win the draw. Stoven's shot off the lumber. Stepik, he picks his lumber back up and deflected off the blocker of Cherkis over the net. His team gets a much needed break here as they got to get back into this one. And off the draw. Worked across for Hogg. He rings that one off the iron. And now Cherkis getting some luck after bailing his team out, keeping them within 2. Twisters ahead on the near side. Van Robies clears it down. Hogg to give chase. Van Robies outbeats him to the puck, and he gets knocked into the sideboards behind the goal. Gets it right back though. Tries to center. Broken up here and worked out of the zone. Van Robies now with it. And again, working through some stick checks. Darby Olsen back to Van Robies in behind the goal. Picked up by Vance Olsen. Knocks away at it. Loose puck. Olsen works it across. Twisters fired out when it's in. And oh my goodness, what a turn of events in this one. The Twisters within 1 at 10:35. and Vance Olson. Well, B. Peters, I think, who got the final tip on that one. We'll take a look here at the replay. Vance Olson with the setup. Peters fires at home. It's Rhett Peters with the goal. And 10:35 here on the clock. The Twisters have worked their way within one. And we've seen some crazy comebacks in 4-1 games and similar outcomes. We saw what the Reals can do with Carson Dubois against the Canucks last week. And we'll see what the Twisters have cooking here in this one. As Newcomb and the Jets, though, try and get this lead back here to 3 or to 2. As Bateman now sticked away and quickly picked up by Unger out of the zone. Into the feet. Rooney trying to work it free. Back here to King. Scooped up on the turnover. Larzenko looking for a second save. Made on his opportunity. Newcomb scoops that one up to Bateman. Bateman walks in, puts on the brakes. Bateman gets shut down. And Newcomb plays that one along to King. To Bateman, picked off by Wall and out of the zone. Chipman on it, 9:30 to go. And that comes in on Cherkis. He'll leave that to Cox. And Wall trying to pick the debris out of the way. Cox ahead. Scooped up by Keck. Icing waved off. Keck couldn't get on that one. Larenko takes it in behind the goal. And he'll feed that one out of the zone. Chipman, a foot race. Chipman walks in, puts on the brakes, across, and oh, the feed. Just couldn't reach his man there, trying to find Goshinsky. And Kai Smith has to tag. Twisters ahead. Right through the glove of Kai Smith to Thomas. Thomas looking for another one. Wall scoops it up, who gave him the favor early on. Twisters having the pressure really mounting here. As the tides have turned in this one. Kai Smith gets past Sorletalier. Can't do anything else with it. Goshinsky now with it, puts on the brakes. Stays with it. Back to Hogg at the line. Far side for Stoven. Stoven whips past a Twister. Wall trying to get his stick on that one. Battle for it. And worked in behind the goal. Sorletalier on it. 8:24 to go. Hogg at the line. Walks in. Twisters break it up. Swinging check. Gets out of the zone. And that might have been the only good swing check that a coach will ever say, as that one comes back into the zone by Chung, giving chase. Wall scoops it up. And Unger can't get a play on that. Maybe he did. It's going to be an icing. 8 flat on the clock. We're within 1. Tides have turned. Shots 33-20. And Cherkis doing his job here. And it has paid off as the Twisters have got the offense going now on the road, down by a goal. And off the draw. Smothered up. And the referee's having a chat here with the Stonewall bench before, and the bench splash there for Stonewall wanted a little bit of a chat before the draw. Clements wins that one back. Quick shot by Hogg over the goal. And that puck worked out of the zone. And now out of play. And with that on the Rhett Peters goal, his first, Darby Olson and Vance Olson pick up the assist on the goal. Time of the goal is 9:23. Katema Wall, as we mentioned, had the assist on the Lucas Thomas goal, his second at 7:01. Carson King ready to go. 7:40 on the clock. And we got a penalty here against the Pennant Valley Twisters. So the Jets, power play opportunity number 3, 0 for 2 as Bateman walks in. Looks for the centering feed. It's Rhett Peters in the sin bin, and what for we're about to figure out sooner than later. And the Jets Now work it up Broadway. Walking in to Bateman. Across to King. And Stoven's shot is smothered up, so it's a trip to Rhett Peters is the call. And we got 123 seconds of power play, or sorry, 83 seconds of man advantage remaining. 7:03 on the clock. And off the draw. Stoven can't get that one past Thiessen. Now works it down low for Bateman. To King. His shot wide of the goal. Cherkis went to play it, and the net just slid way too easily off the moorings there. So that's a stoppage in play at 6:51. 71 ticks remaining on the man advantage. As the Jets trying to calm the storm here, and they're trying to hold on to their 1-goal lead. Looking now for it. Stoven feeds it across. Howard to Stoven. Stoven. He'll play that to the far side. King. Walking in back to Bateman. He couldn't accept that one. Bateman waits to King. King walks in, fires, and that one blocked by Cox. Chung now with it. Puts on the brakes. And King. Just a little bit of a hesitation there. Twister's trying to jump on that loose puck. And the Jets still chasing, but keep it away from the Twisters. Across to Stoven, 28 ticks to go. Off the road blockade of a stick there of Thiessen. A Wall on the near side, Twisters with 2. Thiessen scoops it up. Back to Wall, just wide of the goal. On the near side, Bateman can't do anything with it as the Twisters converge on him. Guilford puts that in, and that was a 10-minute misconduct, not a game misconduct to Guilford. There's my answer on that. As Guilford plays that in, we are down to even strength, or back to even strength here, as the Twisters level up to 5 men. So the Jets go 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Circling around Lourenco, and he just ate it there as he catches an edge. Twisters pick up the loose puck as Biggerty. And up to Olsen off the stick, ahead, back to Lourenco. And he gets pickpocketed by Vance Olsen, walks in off the glove. And battle for it now, behind the goal. Newcomb on it. Picked up by Darby Olsen, fired wide of the goal. And Chipman had to go. He lost his helmet. And Chipman's bucket still sitting there. And the referee trying to move that out of the way. Lourenco's going to pick it up. Clements in on the puck against Biggerty. Centered in front and off the skate of Darby Olsen. So that goes into the corner boards. 4.5 to go in regulation. Clements plays it across. And picked off at the doorstep by Guilford, saving a goal there. Battle for it. Good work there by Slasher. And he brings Darby Olsen into the boards. That's going to be a penalty and bring some extracurricular activity. A boarding call. 4:17. Twisters head to the man advantage. Twisters 1 for 2. As Darby Olsen, good to see him going up as he went hard into the boards. Here's a look at, oh, I thought I'd see the hit there where the helmet came off. There's just, that was ready after that. So don't know how. That was Chipman there who lost his helmet. Shot total is 34-21 as we sit with 4:17 on the clock. And that's going to be the end of the game for Slatcher as he gets ushered away. So again, with the tides turning, Twisters kill off the penalty and now get the power play down by only 1. That's Cohen Chung with the hit, and that one gets past Biggerty. He's got to look out. Garshinsky on him, and pulled back here by Atkinson. Ozzie Atkinson to go ahead. And he'll work into Biggerty. Back to Atkinson. 4 to go here in regulation. Twisters on the road. Down by 1 on the man advantage. As they got 2 in a row, trying to make it 3. Rooney, touch pass to Biggerty. Biggerty works it down low. Back to Biggerty. He'll play out to the far side. Larenko in the slot. Twisters trying to look now here for the opening lane. Work back now by Atkinson. Rooney fires, and that one hits the glass and comes out of the zone. Atkinson on that. Fresh killers on the ice. And 3 new bodies. Hogg stays out. Fired in wide the goal. Larenko on that. He gets a little bit of a grab on him as he can't clear that one. Now worked wide into the slot. Atkinson shot. Big block there by Hogg. And the Jets clear it down. Under 3 to go in regulation. 40 seconds on the man advantage. As what could have been a big comeback story from the Twisters. They got 2:45 here as they work it in behind the goal. Bell with it into the slot. Loose, jamming at it. And now the whistle blows as Carter Unger was right in on Winters. And here's a look at that block by Hogg. And that could have just saved his team. Right there, he had 2 first with the lumber that went right to the Twisters player. He slid, got the block. We got timeout here, and I assume it's Pembina Valley. And yes, it is. So the Twisters take their 30-second timeout. 19 ticks remaining on the Chung penalty. And what looked like it was going to be the Jets running away with this early on, up by 3, turned out to be a good one. And a close back and forth battle. And that was indeed Ryan Slasher's check from behind and a 10-minute missed game conduct that was served by Chung on the 2 on the 10. 2:36 on the clock. Empty net at the other end of the ice as Larenko fires that all around. Does he have the angle? Nope. Doesn't matter anyway as there's still 10 seconds to go on the penalty kill, so his boys can ice it as many times as they would like in that time. As the Twisters dangerous drop pass there to Guilford, and you got to be sharp on that. Even strength here, so something to note on the Jets' icing attempts to try and put it into the empty cage. Rooney ahead, walking in, Van Robies, and he gets tangled up. Now Rooney with it behind the goal, looking, Van Robies turns, fires, doesn't get through. Rooney in behind the goal. Battle for it. 1:50 on the clock. Sarlatelle gloves that one down, saving a chance at the empty net. Now fired in on goal, batted down by Guilford. He's got to go. Chung's right there on the puck and worked away from him. Guilford now with it. 93 ticks to go in regulation. His squad down by 1, trying to knot things up. They'll dump it in. Winters out to play. Twisters in on the attack. Newcomb first on the puck. Jams away at it. Now Stoven trying to work that one across, and Cox all over him. Puck not out of the zone on the clearing attempt. Guilford, Van Robies, fires, score! Oh, off the side of the net. As that one almost looked like it was in on the near side. Now calmed down by Unger. Unger, a minute to go in the slot. Walking in, Van Robies puts it in on goal. Sticked away, Guilford on it. Twister zapping it up here. Around the broken lumber, or the loose lumber, picked up by Hogg. There's a shot. Bateman with a big block. Van Robies plays it across to Sarlatelle. 40 seconds on the clock. Twisters fire that one, blocked. Now another opportunity. Guilford across. Sarlatelle. Guys closing in. Plays it down low. In front. Atkinson jamming away at it. Atkinson back. 25 to go for the Twisters. Guilford across. There's a shot wide of the goal. And the Jets clear it all the way down. It's in the goal. And the Jets will end up taking this one at home 5-3 in what has been a good game. Carson King with his second, and the insurance goal with 16 and 7 ticks will put this game on ice. A hard push by the Pelican Valley Twisters, and good excitement here for all the fans. There'll be the Twisters coming up just short, unless if they get some crazy miracle here. And off the draw, and the Lions referee looks like he's in some pain there, as he might have got a stick. And that'll bring a stoppage of play. 5-6 and 6/10 on the clock. Carson King puts the icing on the cake in this one with his second of the game. And his hometown boys, he's got his squad back in the win column after dropping their last two. And that puck just frozen behind the goal. Good push by the Twisters, but not enough. We have a final in this one. 5-3, Jets take it at home. An early 3-goal lead for them. And the Twisters, good counter attack by them late in the game. Just a little bit too late. And King gets the empty net one to put this one out of reach. But Cherkas playing amazing to keep his team in this. Final shots, 35 for the Jets, 26 for the Twisters. And that gives us a total of shots on goal of 8 in the frame for the Jets. Pelican Valley Twisters side of things, 12. And we've got our 3 stars coming out and our look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll quickly go over the scoring summary for the third period here. And the third period scoring summary started off Lucas Thomas, his second from Katemawall at 7:01 at 9:23. Rhett Peters, his first, got the Twisters within 1 from Darby Olsen and Vance Olsen. And then at 19:44, Carson King, unassisted, his 8th for a team leading, as that will bring him up to 16 points, split evenly, and his second of the game. And with that, we will head to today's 3 stars in this one here. And our 3 stars in this one, starting it off, the third star in today's hockey game with the goal and assist from the Stonewall Jets, number 15, Brody Stoven. Your second star in today's game with the goal and assist, he had the game winner from the Stonewall Jets, number 8, Cohen Chung. And your first star in today's game with 2 goals, the captain from the Stonewall Jets, number 12, Carson King. And with that, we'll take a quick look at the Uptown scoreboard and our update here from St. Vital. And they got still 4:48 to go in the third period. Dines has tacked one on, so it is now 4-2 as the Vics have cut the Real's lead the Railer Express's lead in half. My bad. And as we take a quick look here at the standings, and we can tack on the Jets up to 14 points, so they get it within 2 of the Royal Knights trying to move up to 4th. Twisters stay put where they are, unable to make some ground on the rest of the league, and mainly the Canucks and the Victorias. With that, I am your host, Bentley Brent, along with your cameraman, Josh Kexing. So long for this one. Next Stonewall Jets game, the 7-6 Stonewall Jets, will head in to take on the Canucks, who are at home. That's at 7:30 on Friday tomorrow, and the Canucks try to turn their tides around. They've dropped their last 4, trying to not make that 5, and matching the Vics. Meanwhile, we got a broadcast coming up at 7:30 in Seven Oaks. That's Graham covering that one as the Raiders Junior Hockey Club taking on the second hottest team in the league, the Charleswood Hawks, who's 6 wins in a row. Other games on, the Rural Knights at 7:30 are at home taking on the Fort Garry Fort Rouge Twins, as the Twins trying to do what the Jets did and improve on their 500 hockey. Meanwhile, the River East Rural Knights try and make some separation in between them and the Jets. And then our nightcap game will be bringing you live from Pembina Valley at 8 p.m. as the St. Boniface Reals are in town, and they look for their league leading 13th win straight against the Pembina Valley Twisters, who've dropped their last two, who are 1-11 and 1-12-0, of course, is the record of the Reals. With that, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, signing off on this one. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow night at whichever arena or game you're tuning into.